A man must always conceal 5 key things from a woman. There was a man named Amir. Calm, composed, and deeply enigmatic. He wasn't one for loud displays or boastful chatter, yet women were irresistibly drawn to him. It wasn't his flashiness that caught their attention, but the quiet, unshakable strength he carried within, a quality every true man must learn to master. Amira discovered through bitter experience that a man should never bare his entire soul to a woman, no matter how deep their bond may seem. In his early 20s, he fell head over heels for a woman named Isla. In his fervor, he poured out his heart to her, his grandest dreams, his deepest fears, his most vulnerable weaknesses, and even the regrets that haunted his past. He believed that love demanded absolute transparency, that laying himself bare would make her feel safe and cherished. But something unexpected happened. The more he revealed his innermost self, the less she seemed to respect him. She began to pull away, testing his resolve, comparing him to other men who were more reserved, less emotional, less exposed. Amir was left bewildered, angry, and heartbroken. But instead of begging for her affection or chasing after her, he chose a different path. He vanished. For 2 long years. He withdrew from the world, immersing himself in the study of human behavior, psychology, and the timeless teachings of ancient philosophy. He pored over the writings of the Stoics, men who understood the profound power of silence, restraint, and mystery. When air returned, he was no longer the naive young man he once was. He still had the capacity to love, but now he loved with strength and purpose. He cared deeply, yet never at the cost of his own power. He spoke, but only when his words carried weight. Through his journey, he had come to understand that a man must always keep 5 things hidden from a woman to preserve his strength and maintain her respect. First, his deepest vulnerabilities. Not every fear or insecurity should be laid bare. A man can show emotion. He can shed tears. But he must choose the moment and the place with care. Vulnerability displayed at the wrong time doesn't foster intimacy. It sows seeds of doubt in her mind. Second, his complete financial situation. Whether he's struggling to make ends meet or sitting on a fortune, he should keep it to himself. A woman should love him for the essence of who he is, not for the contents of his wallet. When she knows the precise details of his wealth or lack thereof, her expectations shift and her affection may waver. Third, his next move. A man should never reveal every step of his plans. Mystery is what keeps a woman intrigued, captivated by the unpredictability of his path. When she can anticipate his every action, her interest begins to fade. Let your journey become clear only after you've walked it. Fourth, his emotional dependence. He can love her fiercely, but he must never need her to complete him. The moment she senses that he cannot function without her, she'll feel burdened, as if she's carrying the weight of his existence. A man must always remain whole, whether she's by his side or not. Fifth, his entire past. Not every sin or misstep needs to be confessed. His past is his own journey, a map of lessons and growth. Some stories, some mistakes are meant for his reflection alone, not for her judgment. He should share only what strengthens their connection, not what risks weighing it down with unnecessary burdens. Amir embraced these principles, weaving them into the fabric of his life. And something remarkable happened. Women began to pursue him more than ever before, not because he was deceitful or manipulative, but because he had mastered discipline. He wasn't hiding out of fear or insecurity. He was protecting the kingdom of his soul. He understood that a man's true power lies not in what he chooses to reveal, but in what he deliberately holds back. Silence, he learned, is not a sign of weakness. It's a calculated strategy. Self-control is not coldness or distance. It's the mark of true mastery. And withholding certain truths isn't about lying. It's about wielding wisdom with intention. Amir carried himself with a quiet confidence, a man who had learned to balance love with strength, openness with restraint. And in doing so, he became not just a man women noticed, but a man they couldn't forget.